Welcome, this is Nathan and welcome back to another video. Today we are taking a look at what is Civilization Restarted episode 22. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. In the last video, we had the division of Africa and also the beginning of World War 1 as the yellow team had attacked the turquoise team. And we're taking a look at the alliance map. As you can see, the square and triangle alliance are both at war with each other. And I've been spoiling a lot about this. I've been saying this is going to be a major episode because it is, and it's going to change everything. There's going to be deaths of countries, there's going to be countries that get back to their old power self. There's going to be countries that collapse a little bit or may fully die. And as you can see, the square and triangle alliance are at war. The circle alliance is on the edge of joining this war, but they will join it unless something happens. So let's get right into this. So, with the yellow team attacking into turquoise team territory, they're immediately going to send in their full army. This was a planned invasion specifically for this. And this is the first time the turquoise team has experienced like an invasion this bad. They tried to encircle the capital of the turquoise team because of overwhelming troops and just the sphere of influence the turquoise team has. They failed to do this. The brown team, they're alone over here. There's nobody with them. These countries are blocking access for the purple team to send troops. So they invade, but the turquoise team's gonna put them on hold and will probably annihilate them once this is dealt with. The red team will have the help of the line team here, so they will begin sending troops into yellow team land. But again, the yellow team army is insanely overpowered. Nobody is getting through them right now. While this is happening though, the blue... Hang on. Sorry, don't mind what I just did. Right, I'm selecting the blue colour. The blue team will now start to advance towards the red team's capital, and at a very scary rate. This is insane because the blue team isn't honestly that strong. And with how close they get to the red team's capital, the red team will evacuate troops from here to stop this, and the yellow team will rush over here and start pushing back, but it's still going to be a stalemate. The red team will start to fight this back, but it's very hard to, because for some reason the blue team's forces here are extremely just overpowered. Anyway, the red team will now begin to kind of panic, because the blue team is pushing back and the yellow team is pushing back. But not to worry, the green team is here as they are now pushing back against the yellow team. Oh, what's that? The entire army just died and they're getting pushed back. Oh, the capital's been taken. They surrendered. Yeah, the green team over here wasn't strong enough to hold back. The red team was focusing more on protecting themselves. So the green team over here will surrender over to the yellow team, making the first country's death of World War 1. Now, this is a really big scaled war, it's big scaled. But there are issues, because this alliance is very divided. It's got people that don't... It's got members that don't border each other. So, for example, this red team up here, it doesn't even border the yellow team. The Finland team, which is probably one they should probably get a hold of, they are stuck up here. The Finland team doesn't like that, but they can't do anything, because if they wanted to get down to the red team to invade them, they'd have to go through all this. And if I'm honest with you, I don't think the circle team would let that slide, because all these countries have done nothing wrong. The circle alliance definitely would actually not let that slide. They're kind of in NATO of this world, just earlier old NATO. They're very secure, but I think the chocolate team is saying to Finland, if you invade through all these countries just to invade the red team, we will declare war on your entire alliance. Yeah, you don't want that, do you? Continuing on, the turquoise team will begin to fight back, as even though, the yellow team's number 2 2, the turquoise team's still number 1. So don't underestimate them. The turquoise team's sphere of influence is just insane. And the people are really in support for the turquoise team here. So much so that they nearly take the capital. And this is why the weakness of the yellow team. They're right on the doorstep of the turquoise team. So the capital's on the doorstep of the turquoise team, who is the strongest country in the world. So this is kind of the downside to this, but they hold out right here with a bunch of troops and begin pushing into red team land. At this point, the red team is kind of crumbling in such. Their armies are fighting, but the yellow team is so much for them that they're number 4, so this shouldn't really be, they shouldn't really be struggling. And kind of like Russia in real life, where they're number 2, but they're struggling with Ukraine. This is showing that the red team may not be as powerful as they look. The line team is panicking. It's like hell right now, because if the red team falls, this war is going straight to the favour of the square lines. So the line team is trying to send everything they've got in. Might be a bad idea, because somebody might be coming soon. And yes, that somebody is the green team over here, the Path Square Alliance. Anyway, the purple team up here will now invade the yellow team to connect up full access with the red team. And the yellow team is screwed here. Immediately, the turquoise team starts to supply them the best they can, but that's kind of hard because they're trying to get through here. So the turquoise team, in a brutal effort, will push through the purple team's land up into the yellow team to supply them, which, that was a painful push, but they're here to supply the yellow team, and the red team is mad. These two have history, and the yellow team is one of the oldest countries in the world. But, sadly for them, it's too late for the turquoise team because their capital has been taken. The yellow team says to the turquoise team to back out of here and let them collapse. So the turquoise team's like no, but they have to anyway. So the yellow team will end up surrendering, ending them for good. They can hear some start, but now they're gone. Maybe. Anyway, we have a very unexpected country joining the side of this war on the Square Alliance. The green team will join the war on the side of the Square Alliance. This is bad, for one reason. The red team had literally nothing over here. This is... oh wait, I drew this on the wrong layer. And this is kind of an unexpected person to join the war, but they will now join this war, and the Circle Alliance is once again getting closer and closer to joining this war. They're grinding their teeth, like, hold it, like, they are getting prepared, but they don't want to fight yet. But if anything starts happening, they will most likely get involved. So, green team troops will begin to storm right into red team land, and the red team is now experiencing a free-front war, which is never good. The blue team will make a move to try and take the capital of the red team again. It fails even worse than the first time, and the red team will do a massive push, or like a really big push, which cost them a lot, but it will end up probably leading to the collapse of the blue team. If I can select the red colour, oh my god. So, they use like 100,000 troops to push back into the blue team, and they're pushing so far back that the blue team's leader is kind of worrying how far back they're pushing. They're pushing into land that the red team hasn't been in since the beginning of the series. We see this complete division of the blue team, as this entire left area is gonna break off and the blue team can join up with the red team. At this point, yellow team troops are flooding into the blue team en masse. Because, well, the red team, they don't want the blue team to fall. That's kind of bad if that happens, because that's one less fun for the red team. But it doesn't matter, because the red team takes the capital of the blue team, leading to the blue team surrendering over to the red team. The blue team is out of the war, being the first Square Alliance country to surrender. But now it's time for even worse things to happen for the triangle. Is it triangle? I think it is. Is it triangle? Yeah. Even worse stuff starts to happen, as the green country here will invade and annex this vice country. I don't even remember why I added them as a thing. But they will now push in and take the capital of the lime team, and the lime team will begin to crumble like crazy. Similar to World War II, the red team, seeing this, will quickly jump in and grab the rest of their allies' land to try and save them. But now they have another front to deal with, and the red team is getting very spread out on troops. At this point, the Circle team is fully prepared to join this war at any moment. It's just, when will that moment strike? And that moment will strike as Finland will make a mistake. In a lot of wars, there are mistakes. I'm pretty sure in every single war there is a mistake. World War I, I don't really know what the mistake of World War I was. I think it was German Empire. World War I was more of a, to me, was more of a tie. Nobody really won it. World War II, you had the invasion of the Soviet Union and also Japan attacking Pearl Harbor. That kind of led to the end of the, I don't know if I can say it, the end of the Axis. Please don't mind me for doing that. But Finland will invade the pink team, which is part of the Circle Alliance. Oh, you just done messed up, haven't you, Finland? Now, this will immediately bring in every country on the Square Alliance. And, well, let's just say it's not going to go well for the Square Alliance. And a country which has been very quiet will join this war on the side of nobody. And, well, let's just say it's the pink team. The pink team will invade this country now. I don't know what is happening right now. Okay, let's just forget this. The pink team will invade the purple team, and in purple the pink team invades and annexes this country up here, which everyone looks at them and like, what? But in a surprising way, it's because this red team just joined the start of the triangle team. And, well, you know what happened. You know that these two went to war. Now, I know. The pink team is basically on the side of, the red team here, which doesn't make all that much sense. Why am I drawing a triangle and they are a square? But the pink team declares war on the square team, basically making them a part of the triangle team, which they don't want, but they basically are. And I guess also the same could go for the yellow team, which no longer exists. And now, with all these countries joining the war, the circle... I thought I drew it on the layer. What do you mean? Oh, you know what? Forget it. You know that part of the alliance. The pink team will begin to invade into this red team and will jump over the Caspian Sea, immediately snatching the capital. And about few weeks later, this country will fully surrender over to the pink team. Now, you know what happens in war? The yellow team is the strongest country in this alliance, but now there's chocolate team troops flooding in mass over to the red team. And let's just say for this green team, Oh, bye-bye, it's gonna be the end for you. They get smashed with thousands upon thousands of troops above anything they've ever seen. The red team just smashes them all the way back into here, and the khaki team will come flying in. The green team didn't expect the, the joining of these guys. So, yeah, the green team over here will surrender over to the khaki team, and the capital is taken, obviously. But the green team will begin to get absolutely demolished. They lose land over here, which was Greece, and with chocolate team troops, say bye-bye, because the green team just gets obliterated. They are sent back all the way. They lose every single piece of land, and the red team will do the final punch, taking their colony. And with the green team out of the war, it's now just, these guys over here, which is it's a 4v1,000,000. Oh yeah, we can't forget Finland. What's happening over here? Well, I think you know. The pink team is ordered by the brown team to invade the peach team. Nobody even liked them anyway. This is to do with to get better access to invade the Finland team. But after the Finland team begins to get smacked around, the Finland team will sign for peace, and basically they surrender. So Finland will surrender over pretty quickly, but they don't surrender, they still exist, obviously. But they surrender their country over to not lose their empire, which we'll see how long that lasts. One country, however, that's not doing that is the yellow team. They are fighting back with every ounce of strength they have left. And I know I haven't touched up on them a little bit, but it's because they've had stalemates for a long time. They did push back against the turquoise team, but they didn't even get close to the capital, as well as a little bit against the red team. But it's over for them. They have a free front war. With red team now having chocolate troops in their country, it's game over. Just hounds of troops invade the yellow team, and the turquoise team will make the finishing blow, striking up and taking the capital of the yellow team. One of my favourite countries in this series just lost their capital for the first time. And this has been one of my favourite countries in the series for a long time, but I think now it's time they finally die off. The red and turquoise team are obviously some of my other favourites, but you can't really have all the favourites win. So after fighting, the yellow team will surrender over to the turquoise team. Not obviously the turquoise team, every country that borders them. And well, let's just say these two countries leave the war in fear. The turquoise team demands they release the yellow team if they're gonna leave the war, which they immediately say yes. And well, this team, the brown team, just up. And just like that, World War I has been won by the Triangle Alliance. Let's take a look at this gigantic peace treaty. Oh my god, I'm gonna take so long to draw this. Well, I think the moon map is going to be different for the rest of the series. Maybe before it changed, actually, I've got to do something. Right, anyway, there we go. Sorry, I've got to give the painting this land they got from the war. So, yes, you are looking at the map correctly. There are multiple countries that are now gone forever. And one of them that is going to be really odd to look at, the yellow team is officially gone. They were given no mercy. They were literally divided up between everyone that boarded them, except for the yellow team. Sad face. The yellow team collapsed. They did nothing in the war. The turquoise team got the most land, and they are now absolutely exploding in strength. The red team got a lot of land as well. They took land from the blue team, which was forced to release a new country. I would say they got off lucky though. The red team could have fully annexed them, but they didn't. Totally not because they're one of the old countries and they didn't really kill them off. And they also got the entire green team's colony that was in Africa. Speaking of the green team, they lost their land on the Italian peninsula and have been moved over to Greece. So, yeah, the green team, they've had some hell of a time in this series. The other green team over here was divided between the lime and khaki team. And as you can see, Finland, they were not given any chance. They were divided up badly. The pink team took a big chunk of land, which was all the Baltics, and then some more. And the rest of the land that they wanted to, and La Land was released into a new country. So Finland lost its empire, and now they're just Finland. The country is currently in downfall and in corruption. These guys didn't get any land from it. They got a lot of, aid from it. They're getting a lot of war operations from any team that still exists that was in the war. So, the red team, the purple team, and the Finland team, they were the only three survivors. And the green team. So yeah, any country that survived this war, they are forced to pay war reparations. Oh, and the brown team being fully annexed. Anyway, let's take a look at the capitals for these new countries. This new blue team's capital will be there. They're pretty ancient, so they have a lot of major cities. These two new teams, there and there. This new orange team, they will have theirs right there. They're really friendly with the circle team. They were released by the circle team. And the green team's new capital will be right here. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Oh yeah, the pink team also regained our land, so they're back to what they were, kinda. I actually don't want to end the video right now. I actually want to do rankings, because I feel like this major war's changed them a lot. So, number 1, solidly, is the Circles team. Number 2, I'm actually going to give this over to the Chocolate team, only because the Red team is very unorganised in its lands. But Red team is definitely a solid number 3. Number 4, this gets hard, because we've lost a lot of big powers, but I would have to say either the Burgundy team or I'm actually going to say Korea. I know they don't make moves often, but I would say the number 4. Number 5 is going to be the Burgundy team. What was that? Number 6 is the yellow team in Africa. Number 7 is the khaki team. Number 8 is the pink team over here in Europe. Number 9 will be smacked over top of the Chinese country right here. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what country I was thinking of. And number 10 will be smacked over, actually, I'm going to change it. This one's number 10, China's number 9. 10, I mean. So there are your rankings. So yeah, the top 3 powers are pretty peaceful in this world, although one of them is definitely stabilising in power, and I won't say which, but that's for you to figure out, because let's just say, just like World War I, one of the countries that was in the war might be getting a leader, and I already kind of hinted towards it. It might be getting a leader similar to Funny Mustache Guy. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!